Hey guys, welcome to this morning's Wake Up Well. It is Tuesday, November the 3rd, and today we've got a fantastic passage that we're looking at, which is Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. And the writer of Philippians is Paul the Apostle, and he writes this. He writes, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." So again, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And it got me worrying, like, why do we worry? Like, why do we carry anxiety? And I think we worry because we fear we won't have enough. Maybe that's a worry about not having enough friends or enough influence or perhaps enough money. We worry because we're ashamed. We're ashamed that we will never be good enough, that we're inadequate. And I think we worry because of an overwhelming sense of guilt often. Guilt for something we've done, perhaps that we might even get found out, that we might get found out for who we really are, that we're broken and wounded. And it's these three things. It's often fear, shame, and guilt, and it just made me laugh as I was thinking about it. These were the same three things that the enemy went after Jesus with in Matthew chapter 4. It says here we have Jesus. He is fasting for 40 days and nights in the desert, and as he gets to the end of those 40 days, Satan comes to him and offers him basically three temptations. And the first one was that Satan tried to convince Jesus to meet his own need by turning stones into bread. Again, then Satan tried to get Jesus to question who the Father said he was, and to prove his own adequacy and his own authority by throwing himself off the pinnacle of the temple. And finally, Satan tried to tempt Jesus to chase ambition by surrendering to Satan's lordship and his life, and basically said, if you submit and surrender to me as your Lord, then I'll let you rule over all the kingdom of heaven. And clearly, significant guilt will have followed Jesus for making that decision, that transgression. And of course, Jesus made all the right decisions in that moment. Once again, showing us the way to live a true and godly life. It's fear, shame, and guilt. And so the enemy's play hasn't changed, but we keep struggling with these same issues over and over again. The enemy, the accuser, is a thief. He's a trickster. He will mask it in so many different ways. But it's those three same things: fear, shame, and guilt. And these are the root causes of, I would guarantee, every anxiety and every worry that we face. So what's the answer? Well, Paul, the writer of Philippians, says that the answer is to pray. He says again, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And to pray in every situation. Over the years, I've found that that the most effective prayers I've ever prayed have been the prayers that I know are most aligned with the heart of the Father. And how do I know that they're aligned? Because they were formed from a place of intimacy, filled with compassion for brokenness and those suffering under the weight of, you guessed it, fear, shame, and guilt. So today, in light of this incredible passage from the book of Philippians, I would just ask you to give thanks to God. Choose to give thanks. With thanksgiving, it says, to give thanks for the freedom we can have as sons and daughters of the King. Freedom over worry and anxiety, and allow the truth of Scripture to illuminate the enemy's plan to disrupt your day and distract you from the kingdom work the Father has for you. And then just tell your Heavenly Daddy what's on your heart, because He cares for you. He cares for you more than you can ever know or comprehend. Have a blessed day.